Hi Sagittarius, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. And this is your monthly forecast for April 2014. Sagittarians, we begin this month with a huge planetary movement that is happening amongst the four planets. We have Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, and Uranus that are going to be squaring each other at 13 degrees each. Now, every time a square happens, it brings about with it some amount of turmoil, some amount of friction. And when we have four planets squaring each other, it seems to be quite the biggest planetary face off, so to speak. Now, this particular aspect is especially going to be affecting the cardinal zodiac signs, which are Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. However, the rest of the zodiacs also will get affected by it, depending, of course, as to where it is that the planet is placed in your natal chart. Now, this month around the cardinal cross that happens at around the third week of April, we can expect some amount of political turmoil, some amount of a friction or chaos at the stock market, and a lot of movement as far as the older ways of doing things is done. So older ways, older structures will be giving way to newer ways, newer companies, maybe newer thought processes as to how it is that one does things. And there is going to be a lot of conflict, maybe a constant tension between obligation, responsibility, and a need for personal freedom. We begin this month, Sagittarians, with Mercury making you charming and enthusiastic. You're going to be your chatty self and you're going to be really there out expressing your ideas, sharing ideas, communicating extremely well. In fact, you could be quite the center of attention at most of the, whether it is client meetings or the business meetings, or whether it is even in the social circle. So you could be articulating yourself quite well. However, there is also Venus that is going to be going and joining Neptune around the 9th to the 14th, which is going to be causing some amount of an illusion as far as your romantic life is concerned, Sagittarians. Now, Neptune is a planet of spirituality, it's a planet of dreams and illusion. And Venus, being the goddess of love, is going to make you think that yes, finally you have found the love of your life. However, do try and wait till the end of April or about first week of June, till the time the entire Neptunian effect gets over Sagittarians, so to speak. Also, it's not a great time to be signing important documents. So for those of you who have been being promised the moon, or even in relationships wherein that you think that oh yeah, it's a great time to get hitched and we should go out and announce it to the world, I would urge you to just sort of wait, because there's still some amount of an information which both of you don't have. It's not just a great time to be making a decision or to be taking rather an action on it. So wait for some time. Also, I think for some of you, you could be called upon to take a decision yourself. If you are involved or have been involved in a relationship for a while, I think you could be given an ultimatum and asked as to, which way now. Do we go ahead, or do we just call it off? Or for some of you, you could be forcing somebody to take a decision as well. You could be pressurizing somebody to take a call as to where it is that they see the relationship going forward. So it's quite interesting. You would, however, are no longer going to be allowed to be sitting on the fence, and this somewhat jeopardizes your personal freedom, Sagittarians, which is of extreme importance to you. I think out of all those zodiacs, Sagittarians are the born gypsies. You have a soul of a gypsy, and personal freedom is something which is extremely important to you. I think that is the only reason why a lot of you never really commit or get married by the end of it. Now, the Grand Cross that happens on the third week of April, that is going to be, again going to be pushing you, whether what it is that you choose. Is it personal freedom? If it is personal freedom, then at what cost is it that you're taking that call to take the personal freedom? However, we also have towards, I think, the 19th, we have Mercury and Sun that get little active around that time. So there's going to be a lot of clarity as to what it is that you can expect, or you could sort of come to terms with the situation or get used to the idea. I think it's a great time, Sagittarians. Like I said, it's a month of transformation, it's a month of change. It's a good time to be looking at other person's point of view and seeing as to, where could the adventure take you. So don't sort of shut it off and say that no, it's just going to sort of bind me and I can't be taking this decision. It could also be that somebody absolutely new, who's radically different from you, comes into your life at this point of time, and you could just be swept off your feet. So, like I said, the Uranus effect, the unpredictability of it, one does not know what is going to be happening. So, enjoy the ride this month, Sagittarians. I'll see you again in June, and thank you so much for watching.